to be frank with you, I wished to talk today about burning out.
Yes, let's do that.
Because that was such a huge part for me for the past. And you know, the funny part is that I've realized that it's a burnout like maybe 2 weeks ago only.
Yeah.
When in fact, I've been going through it for the second month by now. So all these experiences in my body, like, it's not usual for me to wake up tired. It's not usual for me to have lack of energy in the middle of the day. You know, like I really want to take a nap at around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I've been listening to my body, but it's like my body was against my mind and soul, because I've been feeling so that I want to do 500 things, you know, and my body is just not allowing me to do even 2.
Yeah.
And I've ended up doing 1, you know, out of 500, and saying, okay, today is passing by and at least I did something, 1, which I had the sense of guilt. I had the sense of I was punishing myself for not doing what I want to do. I was feeling frustrated and angry. And all that, it of course resulted in an overwhelm, not just about me. I didn't have time to, or energy, you know, to spend time with my daughter. I didn't have good energy to share with my husband, you know. I postponed all the possible meetings that I had planned in the beginning of summer for the September. So, and then I was catching myself. And then one day I was like, what is it? You know, I'm so unhappy with myself and it's not like me. It's not okay to be this way. Okay, I have certain circumstances in my life that went out of plan. You know, I'm not having the health that I used to have, you know, with my daughter, with my house. So I'm not having that time for that I much need for myself. But there is something else, you know, like I felt that there is something else. And then I went through, and the universe is always sending me signs, you know, and ways to explain things. And I've been coming across the burnout word for a while now. And then it finally clicked to me. And in fact, I was doing certain master classes on how to deal with burnout before, you know, like a year ago. And it hit me now. And I realized that is what I've been going through. And this is such an unpleasant feeling. And I wish, because consciously, if you realize that you're going through that, I wish for us to explore the subject just so as from the perspective of the coach, how one would help a person who is going through these emotions, through these feelings, you know, through these experiences, because that is not nice. And majority of people don't even realize that they're going through it.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for being willing to be vulnerable. I love
it's
you.
Just like the weight came off my shoulders.
Yes, I can see that. I can see that, and I can feel that in you, and it's so beautiful. And I think sometimes that can be one of the most profound keys, to actually share about it in a place where it's safe, where you feel like all of your feelings and all of your emotions and all of your thoughts are welcomed and they are cared for and nurtured. And I truly think that is part of like the beautiful feminine energy that we get to share with each other in this space, because it's so nurturing, it's so welcoming, it's so open and open-hearted. And so thank you for inviting us to this conversation. I feel truly honored that you wanted to bring this to our space today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and I feel that it is, as you rightly stated, it's so necessary to let it out and to actually acknowledge what you're going through. Because at the beginning of what I was going through, I know that I've been just snapping and I was not able to control my emotions, you know, like I was in this low energy, tired level. You know, when you are just, whenever you're being approached by someone, you're like, just go away, you know, don't touch me. But when they actually ask you what's going on, nothing. There is nothing, you know, and that's what you want to see. Nothing. Like with this.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. So maybe you can share a little bit about, because I heard you said 2 weeks ago and then 2 months ago.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago, and what you know now about this word and frequency and the sign of burnout for you?
Yeah. So the 2 months ago, I wasn't realizing and I wasn't aware why I am so, when I'm usually so connected, the body, mind, and soul, I'm trying to so hard, to be always connected and feel myself on all the levels. Yeah. And I wasn't understanding how am I just so, these three parts, they're so detached from each other. It's like they exist in different dimensions. And I am split apart, the things that I want to do, they are somewhere there. The things that I can do, they are somewhere there. Yeah. And the things that I really can, at the moment, my body is capable of doing, they are somewhere here. And with all this happening, that was the 2 months ago. So I wasn't happy with any of these roads because they were so far apart that I couldn't join them together. The 2 weeks ago, I've realized what it is. And I've realized that is the time when my mind is running so far ahead. My body is trying to slow it down because it's not capable to catch up. And my spirituality, I wasn't even paying attention to it. I wasn't giving it enough time. So to balance the whole thing out, I needed to really think of how I can manage the space that I have today to bring the mind a bit back, the body a bit forward, and to center this through the practices that I can do. What are the things that I can do to feel myself better, to give myself more energy. Yeah. Because it is also possible to give yourself energy. That is like sometimes people misunderstand and they say I don't have energy. No, you can have it. You can gain it. Yeah. And you out of everyone can also share your part in that because you're the one jumping in the cold water, This is one of the things that revive you. Yes. So the 2 weeks ago, there was this awareness in me, what it is, and the slow start of stopping to push myself so hard and to feel the guilt. Yeah. But instead, entering these small practices that I have during the day into my life. And that is why today, for example, I am back to doing a little bit of a gym. Again, if before I was like, I have to do it minimum 3-4 times a week. Today I'm like, it can be 1, it can be 2. It's okay. In the current situation, that is okay. But if I can limit that to 1, for example, and instead of the other time that I would push myself to go to the gym, I can do the much needed work that I can do and I have time for. It's okay too. I will give my all to this part as well. And I've returned my meditations in the morning, 10 to 15 minutes at least, and the nail standing. Nail standing, I want to just quickly as well share a little bit more because the nail standing works in so many different ways for people. And it worked for me. It's like, there is this magic pill that some people would say, like, whatever. It can be Panadol or it can be paracetamol or it can be anything, They have this magic pill that whenever something goes wrong, they can take this pill. Yeah. For me, it's nail standing. Because it's a huge challenge because it's the request that you put for yourself through it. Like there was the time when I first returned, when my daughter was born, there was COVID, the borders were closed, and we traveled for the first time to see my extended family only when she was 1.5 years. And that was breaking me apart that they couldn't be there when I was pregnant and they couldn't be there, they couldn't see her when she was a baby, and it was just breaking my heart. And then we finally went. We spent a lot, I think it was like 2 months we spent there. It was such a beautiful and joyful time. And then I returned home and I felt as if a part of me was ripped and left behind. And that was, I didn't have energy to do anything, you know. And there were these couple of days when that's the first time in my life I was homesick.
Yeah.
Never happened before. And I didn't know what to do. And I remember that I have nails. And that was one of my requests. And I stood on nails through this anger, through this emptiness, you know. And in 10 minutes, it was healed. And that was so beautiful.
Wow.
So whenever these emotions are going in my body, I know that I have this magic pill. And now I'm doing the standing on the nails, not just standing still for meditation purpose, but for energizing the body. So I'm doing the steps. It's for now because I've been deep in myself and burning myself out. It was so painful and I had such resistance going through it, you know. So I first said, I'm going to do 100 steps. No, I'm starting with 30.
Yeah.
At the moment I'm doing that, but the outcome, it's funny because when you step on it, you have so many neurons rewiring in your brain telling you, oh my God, get off of it. What are you doing? You know, it's painful here, there, ouch, you know, and all these things. But the moment you step off of it, it's like, this is the best massage I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And my body's so grateful. So I really admire this experience.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you for sharing this. I'm feeling like I want to go get one today because it sounds so amazing. Like it really sounds like a magic pill.
Yeah.
So then from what I'm hearing, there are different like programs or different like patterns that you can walk on the nails or stand on the nails in order to elevate whatever you want to elevate in your body.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, from what I can think of when it comes to our feet, we have so many different like zones in our feet connected to the rest of our body, like our organs and everything. What is that called? Like the therapy you can do, like zone therapy, or what is it called, like for your feet? Oh, there's a special type of treatment anyways you can go and get, and someone is like pushing, instead of nails, people are pushing on these points.
Pressure points, yeah?
Pressure points, yeah. It's probably like acupressure, but it's called something. I just don't remember the name of it. But it sounds so interesting and so cool. And thank you for everything else that you shared about the 2 weeks and the 2 months and the difference between them. And I just want to invite you to hear what I heard when you shared that, because I heard like 3 beautiful words that just came to me. I heard the awareness, and then I heard the self-love, and then I heard presence. So if we understand, we reach the point where we understand I have a burnout, like I'm experiencing burnout right now. We have the awareness of what is going on, which makes it easier for us to access what we need to do in order to make it better, to help ourselves, is what I'm thinking. And so if you were to go back 2 months right now in time, with the awareness, with the presence, and with the self-love that you now know is necessary for you to stay in a place and in an energy where you want to be, where you deserve to be, what do you think that you would do differently?
Yeah, thank you for this question, and thank you for your wise coaching on this, because that would be, I think that is the definition of burnout. When your mind and your expectations are so fast forward that you are with the circumstances and the things that are surrounding you at that very moment, you think that they are blocking you from reaching where you want to be. And that accumulates this anxiety, guilt, anger, and frustration, and unhappiness overall.
Yeah.
And I think the best thing, if I were aware at the time of it, I would actually slow my mind and I would allow the time and the moment to guide me. Not me trying to push through the walls with the body that was just giving up pushing. I would allow, and I would find the benefits in the time that I'm given and the circumstances that I'm given for the actual achievements that I have in my mind. So if I am to achieve something in August through the resistance, through pressure, through this super masculine energy of just go get it, I don't think the joy of getting it will be as great as when you allow the natural flow of events and of the enjoyment of the process. Because I think that I would allow myself to enjoy the process much more. And to enjoy, not even the process of getting to what my mind is telling me what I want to get. Even the process of just whatever is surrounding me. Okay, if I don't have help with my house at this moment in time, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to go through the things and redecorate maybe, and maybe enjoy the cleaning, those little things that nobody else sees besides me. I would be aware of these things. Just because I was blocking myself so much on the things that I have to do, that I've planned for myself, and that must be done in my opinion or vision, I didn't allow myself to do that.
Thank you for sharing that.